When Diako saw his father inside the cage, he rushed forward to open it, but the foxman appeared behind him and grabbed him. "Don't be a fool," he said. "All that gold you think you're seeing? Just an illusion that ugly snake cooked up." In that instant, the image shifted. Diako realized it wasn't his father at all. A massive white serpent lay coiled inside the cage. The foxman smirked. "This snake has trapped plenty of fools with its cheap tricks. It nearly got me too one night when I was drunk, but nobody gets the better of me." He walked off, looking smug. The second he was gone, Diako bombarded the serpent with questions. He wanted to know where his real father was. The serpent lifted its head and whispered, "Sleep." Everything went black. When Diako came to, he was lying in the back of a cart. Next to him sat a cage covered entirely with cloth. His whole body felt heavy. He could barely move a muscle. Then he heard the serpent's voice echoing inside his mind. "Keep quiet. Don't make a sound. Freyar must not know you're awake. Whatever you need to say it silently to yourself." Only then did Diako realize the foxman's name was Freyar. "Free me from this cage," the serpent continued, "and I'll tell you where your father is." The serpent broke Freyar's spell just enough for Diako to regain his movement, but he still couldn't break the lock on the cage. After some time, they reached a bustling market filled with cages containing all kinds of creatures. Foxes wandered between them, haggling over prices. Freyar set up his stand in a corner. An old fox approached, eyed Diako, and scoffed. "A human child. Worthless. They're weak and carry no magic." Freyar shrugged. "But they learn fast." The elder fox shook his head. "Magic isn't in a human's nature. If they want to use spells, they have to burn their own life force or destroy something in return, and even then their magic fades quickly." He pointed to the covered cage. "What's in that one?" Freyar smirked. "A snake that creates illusions of gold." "Gold illusions don't work on everyone," the old fox said. "Oh, trust me, this one's flawless. It almost trapped this kid, too." The old fox turned to Diako. "What did you see, boy?" Diako opened his mouth. "I saw my "Say gold coins," the serpent hissed inside his mind. Diako switched mid-sentence. "Gold coins. I saw gold coins." But the old fox stared deep into his eyes, and then asked the price of the snake. They couldn't agree. Freyr told him, "I won't sell the snake alone. Whoever buys it has to take the boy too." The old fox clicked his tongue and walked away. Diako heard the serpent's voice again. "He's trying to sell you as a slave. If a fox buys you, they'll put a spell on you and you'll never return to your village. The only way you survive is to come closer and place your hand on my head. I'll give you the power we both need to escape." But Diako hesitated. After everything that had happened, he no longer knew who was telling the truth and who was lying. Sensing his doubt, the serpent tried again. "Don't you want to see your father? I need you alive and unharmed, otherwise I can't escape either." Slowly, making sure no one noticed, Diako approached the cage. Trembling, he slipped his hand through the cloth covering it. He felt something cold and smooth, like stone. The serpent whispered, "Don't pull your hand away until I say so. Whatever you see next isn't real. Just stay still." The world around Diako began to fade into darkness. Suddenly, he saw his entire village engulfed in flames. He wanted to scream and run, but the moment his father's face appeared before him, he froze. Tears fell silently down his cheeks. Then the vision shattered, the darkness lifted. The serpent whispered, "Now stare into the eyes of one of the foxes." But there was a small golden creature nearby, something Diako had noticed since the moment they arrived. It had been watching them silently the whole time. Diako met its eyes. In an instant, the entire market erupted in flames. Foxes shrieked and scattered in panic. The old fox shouted, "Don't panic! A king serpent is here. This fire is only an illusion." But his voice was swallowed by the chaos. He rushed toward the cage and yelled at Freyar, "This is all your fault. Remove the cloth." Diako seized the moment and ran. "Stop!" one of the foxes barked. He froze, turned back, then ducked and hid behind a wooden stall when the fox lost sight of him. A soft sound came from behind. Diako spun around and saw the little golden creature. "We have to go to the Sea of Blood," it said calmly. "Foxes never cross it." But Diako, shattered by Freyar's lies, had already made a silent vow. He would never trust anyone easily again. He was still caught between fear and anger when the white serpent lunged out of nowhere, coiling itself tightly around him. "Give my power back now, or I'll squeeze you until every bone in your body shatters." "Fine, just put me down," Diako gasped. The serpent dropped him in a heap. Diako placed his hand on its head, but nothing happened. Before the serpent could react, foxes swarmed in from all sides. They seized the snake as it hissed and snarled in rage. Seizing the moment, Diako snatched up the golden creature and bolted. They ran until the chaos of the bazaar faded behind them. The creature introduced herself as Zarin and explained that her grandfather was a wise man, someone who knew everything and could finally help Diako. Diako thought Zarin's family wouldn't have any reason to harm him, so he decided to follow her. Eventually, they reached the shores of the Sea of Blood. Zarin let out a sharp whistle, and a wooden plank began to drift toward them. Zarin stepped onto it lightly. "Come on, hurry." Diako hesitated, but seeing a fox trailing them in the distance, he took a leap of faith onto the plank. The fox stopped at the shoreline, seemingly unable or unwilling to cross. As they drifted further away, Diako let out a shaky breath. "How do we row?" "We don't," Zarin replied. "There's a monster beneath these waters. If we touch the surface, it'll sense us, and that'll be the end. Don't worry, though. The plank knows the way." There was nothing to do but wait. Exhausted, Diako drifted into sleep. He awoke to Zarin's voice. "Get up. We have to walk the rest of the way." Diako stood up, rubbing his eyes, only to be met with a chilling sight. They had reached the edge of the dark forest.